On this episode of Make It Fabulous, I'm going to show you how you can take this old frame and turn it into this makeup holder.
Boring.
So my fiance calls me an old frame hoarder. Whenever I go to a flea market or a yard sale or anything, I come home with these gold frames. And so I bring them home and I usually throw some paint on them and do something fun with them. And so today you'll find out what I'm gonna do. For this project, you're gonna need Modge Podge, a paintbrush, tin snips, piece of tin, a hot glue gun, makeup, some rhinestone stickers to add some bling, some magnets, and ours have adhesive backing on it. And we have some scrapbook paper, our frame of course, and this is the back of our frame that we're gonna use as a template for the tin. If you don't have a round frame, we can do something just as creative with a square frame. Here are the materials for our square frame. We have a chalkboard, and I have some painter's tape, some gloves, some tins, chalk, a painter's mask, some butcher paper to protect the countertop. We have these scrolly wooden things to fancy it up. We have some magnets that we'll be using today that have adhesive backing on the back, and our hot glue gun, and some paint. Are you ready, Kenzie? Yeah? So I have my template to trace as well as my tin that we're gonna put inside of the frame. I'm marking all the holes where I'm going to have screws to hold the tin into the frame. All right. Now that I finished drilling all the holes, I'm gonna take it over and match it up to the frame. All right, now that our tin is cut, we're gonna apply Modge Podge all over the top of it, and then we're gonna put this paper on top of that, and then Modge Podge over the top of that as well. When applying Modge Podge, you need to apply it fairly thin and evenly. If you have any lumps, it's gonna show up in the paper. When it dries, your paper is gonna be lumpy and you don't want that. So probably the thinner the better, as long as it's well covered. And then we're gonna cut the excess off. And this is the same, you just have a really thin coat. And this is gonna give it a little bit of a waterproof feel. This will be in the bathroom, and if it gets wet, it'll be okay. While our Modge Podge is drying, we're gonna bling up the frame a little bit with these rhinestone stickers that we have. These stickers have some adhesive on it, but I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue just to make sure that they stay. Now that I'm done adding bling, I'm going to take the magnet with the adhesive on the back and we're going to stick it onto the makeup like this. So I attach the sheet inside and we can put our makeup on it, and I think it's ready to hang up on the wall. So here it is. I think that it looks great here. It's perfect for my oldest daughter to easily access her makeup. So for this frame, we're gonna use the chalkboard. We're gonna make a spice rack out of it. I'm gonna take these pieces of wood and hot glue them on to add a little flair. I thought that it needed a little more character than it had. So I'm gonna take this tape and line the chalkboard with it just to protect the chalkboard so we don't get any excess paint on it. All right, so now we're ready for our butcher paper. Now that we have this all covered, it's ready to paint. Now that this is done, I'm gonna let it sit for about a half an hour till it dries. We have these magnets that we're gonna attach to this tin for our spice rack. Cabela, do you wanna help? Can you peel it? Good job. And we're going to write the spices on here in chalk. So here you have it, our finished spice rack. I absolutely love it. I think it looks adorable, and I like how convenient it is next to the stove. And these are wonderful because they're so lightweight that they stay up there really well. Say that again, what you can do with this. And we can just put that
Okay.